Okay, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's new? What's up? Okay, today should be an interesting morning. Should have an interesting start because I have a few stocks on my watch. Wow, already like I don't even need to remind. Solid. Steady. Steady. Okay. Watching Heng Yuan because it is pulling some decent volume and it's also in a downtrend, so there's potential for a technical rebound, and I'm watching for breakouts of any technical rebounds. But this guy is very dependent, very dependent on oil. So if oil price has dipped, this guy would dip too. So oil price, let's see. See, it dipped yesterday. That's why Heng Yuan started dipping. Today it looks like it's still trending downwards. So I'm just gonna leave it on the side, and I'm just gonna watch it for any moves, right? I'm not watching it for this because dip buying on the downtrend stock is kind of scary. Vivocom, the big boy. I am watching this for continuation. I'm watching it to gap up. So gap up somewhere here, and then sell off a bit, either down to yesterday's close or even slightly lower to like 95 cents, and continue upwards. So I'm gonna try and catch the move around here and here, or somewhere here like this. Yeah, and try to ride the continuation, hopefully all the way up until like 110. So potential for a big move on Vivocom. This is gonna be the top of my list today. Gonna watch for any rebounds off of 98 cents and 98 cents, 95 and 91. Those are the levels I'm watching. So let me draw them out. First level, second, maybe 905 lah. And of course yesterday's close. So this is the main play for the day, I think. Press BHD had a decent move yesterday, but because it sold off, I don't think it will sustain much. Mr. DIY looks like it's gonna start dipping today. I think today is the day that it takes a bigger hit. Yeah. But in the previous few times that it went red, there wasn't much bounce. It was just like bleed. So it's the same. So I'm looking for a larger dip. So maybe a straight line, not straight line, but not like this kind of choppy, slow grind. Looking more for a panic sell down to about 270, 275 at least. So that's what I'm going to be watching for Mr. DIY. And Bin Tai, hopefully you can see it rebound. We close the day red again, so it probably, this is not going to hold the 67.5 level. So next level I'm going to watch is the 60 cent, the flat 60 cent level. But obviously this stock is kind of I wouldn't say dead, but it's in an extreme downtrend. It's in an extreme downtrend, so no dips on this. Might try to catch any breakouts for anticipating the rebound, because I mean it's bound to bounce back, even if slightly. It's bound to bounce back a bit. Okay. So 30 seconds to the bell. Watching Vivocom for the start of the day. Okay, open quite high. I want to see it start dipping. DIY open low. Bin Tai basically flat. Heng Yuan open low as well, open at 5. But I'm not watching for dips on Heng Yuan. I'm just gonna watch Vivocom. It looks pretty strong, to be honest. Don't think it's gonna even break 1. Very, very strong. Wow. So you can see it's you can start to see the huge selling at 110, 1 ringgit 10 cents already, and it seems to be holding this level. Okay, not anymore. Here we go. See if we can catch a dip on this. Even if it's just a short, I mean, even if it's just one red candle, right? Since the momentum is quite strong, I'm gonna anticipate a dip buy somewhere here, hopefully around the 1 ringgit level. So I want to see it break first, break 104, and looks like the buy side is slightly thin already, which is okay for us. I want to see it crack down, maybe break 102. Extremely volatile, so I'm gonna let it settle a bit first. Seems like selling is still quite heavy, clearing 102. Now I'm gonna try and anticipate an order at 101. Seems to be holding 103 very well. So no trade yet, because it didn't reach the level that I wanted to reach. I have my order at 1.1 in case it breaks that heavy resistance level. Let's check out Mr. DIY. Still holding 3 ringgit. This guy's let him bleed a bit. Heng Yuan continue to sell. I don't think there's any levels that I want to dip buy this off. Okay, Vivo is churning here. Let's see if it decides to sell off or if it can maintain this strong pressure towards the upside. slowly churning around this 105 region. So some huge orders on the buy and the sell. So I'm just gonna let it settle first, okay? Just let it chill. See how Heng Yuan is doing. Gloves open quite strong. See if anything is hitting our screener. Okay, Vivocom. A lot of red today. Genting Asia. Slightly in the red. Why is it dropping so much? Vivocom still churning at the same level, so it hasn't hit where, I mean, these levels are pretty much gone because the levels that I pointed out earlier was more for a morning panic sell rebound. Like I wanted to see red straight away, so gap up and red, and then catch a rebound. But since it's churning here now, if it starts to go down this way, it's more of a sign of weakness rather than a panic already. Still churning. Watching 109, 110. See if the volume can continue maintaining at this level. So it can, I expect it to slowly die off, but I want to see the volume push back up into the day high in order for me to be confident to try and catch a breakout on this. But right now, we just have to be patient and give it some time to churn. In Thai, a bit of rebound, but it looks like it's just following Supermax right now. Meh. Just gonna continue watching Vivocom. Now, if it starts to dip here, I'm not sure if I'm gonna try and play it, because it is still a dog shit stock, you know. So I don't see any news catalyst on it. Also, its previous bounces have always been so rip. Okay, maybe except here. We'll see if it panics hard enough with, like, if it doesn't make sense, if the dip doesn't make sense, then I'll go in. So this is the main volume bringer for the day, I think. The highest so far, Vivocom. You know, these blue chips are just roller coaster going down today. Any reason why? Do any of you know why Genting and Asia are dipping? Still churning, holding the 102. Holding 102 level. So this is gonna break down soon. It's like a breakout pattern, just downwards. It keeps banging the same level with a descending trend line. And then it's just gonna eventually pop. Unless somebody with huge volume, a Superman investor, whoever is willing to pump it back up to like 109. Only he can save the day. Soon we should see some sort of direction from this stock. Everything else seems to be as usual, just moving sideways. There's no big break yet. Even my news is dropping. My news. I always feel like playing this stock because due to its the size, its 5 ringgit size, right? The movements are usually quite attractive. Because when it moves like 20 cents. 20 cents is a very, very attractive move for me. Also because I have the capital size to buy into this size stock, similar to any 1 ringgit stock, right? So a bigger absolute cent move benefits me. But the float on this stock is just too low. I can only buy like 100 lots comfortably. Okay, let's see if you can break above and hold view up. Seems like selling is still not much selling, but a lot of orders queued at the sell side. So if you see any stocks that you think has a potential to break out or has overextended itself, let me know in the chat so that I can take a peek at it. Because most of the time I will miss quite a few of them as well. Solution. Look at these stocks. Look at these pharma stocks. So miserable. DIY broke 3. Okay. Okay, let's see if this is the start of the selling, the start of the dip. Will this translate into big red candles down to 275? Or will it just do the usual Mr. DIY? Just slowly staircase. Oh, damn slow. Forget about it. Here we go. Okay, Vivo.com. Breaking above its descending resistance. So some would call this a breakout of the resistance. But obviously the way I play it, I want to wait for the break of the high of the day. Might not be the best, might not have the best risk reward, but that's the way that I am confident That's the strategy that I'm confident in. Even though it might not make the most, if it can make me consistent amount, a consistent gain, then I'm going to stick to it until I refine it even more. Big sell order at 1.1. So I'm looking for the stock to break through 1.1 for a quick entry, and looking to take profit at around 115. The first major resistance will be 117. Seems like it. So looking to take profit around 115, 116. But seeing this strong move from yesterday, I might greed it a bit, I might hold it a bit longer. Take half my profit at 116 and then try to catch a larger move on the second half of my position. But we have to see how this plays out first. Okay, it's touching 109. It's high of the day. I am going to wait for it to break 110 before I look for an entry, because there is a huge sell order. Let me show you. You can see this gigantic sell order here, right? It's just like 4 times the size of every other price point. So I want to see it break 109 with confidence, not this bouncing front and back kind of movement. A bit of sell-off here is fine. Means if you can hold this level, then I think more people will be more confident in picking up this stock on the way up. Seems like I managed to hold on to the 109, but if it doesn't start to buy soon, I will start to doubt this move. I'll give it a few minutes to churn slowly. Still watching 101, even though the high of the day is 19. 101 is the major resistance that I want to see it break out of to confirm the bullish momentum. DIY seeing a bit of selling, but there's no panic here. This is just people slowly letting go of their position. Bintai is back down. Supermax pop back up. This could have been a decent attempt at a 702. So if I were to play this stock, I would look for at least a 10-cent move. So 712, which it will probably bounce off. 712, 715, which is the previous resistance, the closest resistance. But this, I probably won't play this, just let it sit on the side. But continuing the assumption that Bintai follows Supermax, I assume this is gonna happen, but obviously I'm not gonna play it. I'm just gonna speculate it on the sidelines. And maybe it will break out of its resistance trend line. To put this side to side, we'll see. So far, the only play that I'm interested in is the VivoCom breakout. Looking to catch a 6-7 cents upwards. Since the market is quite slow now, I think it's a good time to ask you guys to help me hit the like button so that my channel can slowly grow. I appreciate it that you are tuning in today. I stream Monday to Wednesday at 9 a.m. Usually Thursday as well, and Friday if I don't head to the office. So I would appreciate if you can hit the like button for me. And yeah, new content coming soon. Hopefully a new video by tonight. But it's gonna be a quick, simple video on technical basics. I'm gonna talk about support and resistance, how I draw my support and resistance lines. So look out for that. VivoCom building more resistance around 109. So probably all the guys who started picking it up around VWAP or around the bottom has decided that momentum is not strong enough for me, so they let it go. That doesn't mean it can't break out. These kind of small pullbacks around the high of the day is quite normal. Now, flipping the logic of what I said earlier, where it's banging the support line and eventually a breakdown. Now, this is doing the same thing, but on the opposite direction. It's banging once, banging twice. Hopefully, it fulfills this this little shape here, this little trend here. So let's keep an eye on VivoCom. Put an alert 109. Supermax rejecting off 713. Exactly where we mentioned earlier, where the previous resistance area was. So no surprise there. Bintai not really following the steps of Supermax. Still in the downtrend. No signs of reversal yet. See if anyone new has hit the scans. HLT, another glove stock. These are hard to play because you're not trading just one ticker. When you trade gloves, you're trading the whole industry. So if Supermax starts to sell hard, you can bet that HLT is going to sell as well. But obviously the scale will be slightly lighter, but the percent will be almost the same. Yes, Serum as well. All gloves, iconic, I think it's gloves as well. Recent gloves, recently ventured into gloves. Yeah, looks like it. So you can see all the blue, all the ones that are tagged blue, those are the glove stocks, and they are just filling up the space on the screener. Even though I don't really want to touch any of them. Yeah, they're all still quite weak. Only Supermax has the potential to go far. Okay, if it breaks this level, what's the next step? 720 and then 735. So about 10 cent potential up, potential upwards gain of 10 cents on each level. So give it a less steep. Okay, let's give it a trend line that's less steep. See if we can still respect it. Sell off as usual on DIY. It's always the same, right? You can see stair stepping up, down a bit, up, higher, down a bit, up, higher, down a bit. Da, 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 da. But eventually it has to dip, right? Eventually it has to take a. It eventually has to take a bigger dip. So we're waiting for that day to come. Waiting for at least one day where all the investors sell together. It's just becoming messy now. So there's no point watching this anymore. Binta isn't following Supermax. Supermax about to break 713. Do you think it's worth a shot? Supermax, holy shit. There's so much selling. Holy hell. There's so much selling pressure. So I don't think it's gonna break anywhere above 715 unless like gigantic volume candles come in. It's like 7 million worth of sales compared to 1 million of buy orders. Oh, another slightly slower day. Vivocom broken its support, broken both its support, hitting below 1 soon maybe. Oh, let's see if we can flush down. Hold 98 cents maybe. Okay, it broke 1 ringgit. Let's see how far down it can dip. If it breaks below 98, it's just free fall. It's just no more support. It's just free falling. So I'm watching for it to break below 98 and maybe try to get a pickup on 92. Wow, damn, I don't think I caught that. Unfortunate, shoot. Can I get a fill on 92? Wow, nice. There's some nice dips right there. But just 1 second slow. I hit my order for 92 right before this candle, but I didn't fill. Insane volatility. So watching for it to dip extremely hard right now, dip below 90 cents. See if we can catch it on 90 cents. Okay, I tried to put an order at 91. Let's see if I can get any fills. No fill. Okay, I feel that 92, even though it looks quite risky right now. I'm in 100, sorry, 1,000 lots at 92. See if we can catch a move up to 95. It's quite volatile. It's risky, but I'm gonna hold it. I'm holding it. I'm holding it through this dip. I need to see what percent is at right now. 7 cents. It's slightly risky, not gonna lie. Holding it through this churn. I want to see it break back over 950. I need to see this candle break over 950. There's not many sell orders queued up right now, so I do expect it to break over 950. Nope. I think I might cut it. To clear this 920 sell order and 935, so there's two levels that we gotta clear. Still churning around 920. This is relatively scary, but looking okay so far. Very big buying support around 990, I mean. So huge buying support at 90 cents. But looks like we might not be able to hold it. Can we double bottom here? Can we double bottom? Let's see if we can break through 925. There's a big order at 925. We're clearing 920. Clearing 920. Nope, we're churning at 920. Still holding my whole size. Let's see if we can get this back above 950. Once we get above 950, then I'll be confident already. Hello. I'm currently in a trade right now. I'm in a Vivocom dip buy at 920. It's a bit scary right now because it's churning. It's like floating around 920 area. I'm watching for it to break, to go up back above 950. So that's what I'm watching for. I'm holding at 920, 1,000 lots. So about 100,000 ringgit in Vivocom right now. So it's good. Watching, I'll show you the orders. Give me a sec. So oops, sorry. So this is the sell orders right now. I want to see it clear this 935, right? Okay, we're clearing 935. Next up, I want to see clear at 950 because this is where it failed the last move, the last rebound. It failed at 950. So if we can break above 950, it means that the buyers are in control already. So it is trying to sustain right here. But you can see it is struggling a bit, you know. We need more volume coming in. We need more volume coming in to push it above 950. My TP, honestly, my TP is probably about 1 ringgit. So I'm going to sell half into 950, between 950 to 960. But I'm going to hold the rest of it up to 1 ringgit. So once we clear 950, you can see just now there's, after 950, the orders are small already. And you can see that selling only has 400,000. But on the buy side, it's 1.6 mil. So we are in the driver's seat, I would say. Buyers are in the driver's seat. I'm watching it for a break of 950. You can see right here, it's going to break 950 soon. There we go. You can see the orders just snap away instantly, right? I'm going to place an order at 960. So you can see I put my order at 960. Hopefully we can clear 960. Come on. Come on. Still churning around 950 area. You can see it's starting, the selling is starting to build up a bit again. So nice. So that's what we want to see, okay? That's what I mean by I'm watching the order flow. I'm watching the sell orders get eaten up slowly. But you can see it just keeps refreshing at 950. So there are a lot of sellers there. I haven't managed to clear any of my size, any of my shares. Even though we are getting a lot of selling happening here, you can see that we are still defending this level, right? So even though the sell orders keep coming in, we are still holding this 950 area instead of selling off very strong. There we go. We broke 950 again. So let's see if we can hold it. See if we can hold it and break through 955. So there we go, melting it. Let's see if we can clear 96. More orders at 96 coming in, but let's see if we can clear it. We're holding 96, so we can see this is how you read the orders, right? I'm trying to walk you through my thought process. Okay, we cleared 400 lots at 96. I might clear a bit more at 96. Try to clear more at 96. Trying to sell 200 more lots in 96. Because once it breaks over 95, I expected it to just shoot up all the way. But since it is showing a bit of resistance right now, I want to downsize. So I've sold most of my shares into, not most, I've sold 60% of my shares into my take profit. Now I'm holding for the big move. My first target is the VWAP. So VWAP is at 99 cents right now. Hopefully we can see a move all the way up to 99 cents. And I'm going to sell 200 of my remaining 400 lots. So see, this is how you can watch the price movement to determine whether the stock is actually going to rebound off a dip, right? It seems like it's going to churn around here soon, so maybe letting go a bit more at 97 first just to lock in more profits. But at the same time, you can see that it is holding the level so well, right? See, you saw a 2000 share sell order just now and it just got deleted. Okay, looks like the selling is starting to come in near VWAP. So it's very close to VWAP and a lot of people tend to sell around this zone. I let go a bit more at 98. My final size, I want to let it go when I start to see a red candle. So I sold it slightly earlier than I anticipated. So I mentioned earlier I wanted to sell it towards 99 cents, but since you can see the selling is starting to come in, right? So I decided that it would be a good time to let go most of my shares. Okay, I hit the wrong sell. Oops, still holding 200 lots. Hopefully we can let it go into a rebound. So usually the remaining size, right, I would aim to let it go around here, but since I missed it, there's no point selling down here after I locked in quite a bit of profits already. So I'm gonna try and catch the sort of the leftover, you know, like the final push of the stock, the final push of this dip. I plan to let it go on the next green candle right here. I don't care if it continues up to 99. I just want to let it go on the final push. And if it breaks below 96, I'm gonna let it go as well. So trailing my stop loss to maximize my gain. So looking for 98, looking for pop back to 98. The high is 98.5, so actually looking for a pop back up 97 would probably make the most sense. So let me know if you guys prefer to see this order window right here, right? And then I'll try to find a way to get it on to my next few streams. Okay, it's failing. Right, I tried to sell into 97, it didn't work. So I'm gonna try let it go into 96. Doesn't matter if I lose, if I don't catch 10 cents. Okay, I missed it again. So now the stock is failing already. Faster get out. Doesn't matter if... Okay, I'm all out. A bit messy. Hopefully that wasn't too hectic. Let me recap my orders. Give me a second. So I'll just recap it on the chart for now, and I'll show you the orders in a short while. So I took 100,000 lots over here at 920 because I was in the pre-market. So before the market opened, I was analyzing Vivocom, and I mentioned a few levels that I would watch for a bounce. So I wanted to watch 98 for a bounce. I wanted to watch 95 for a bounce, and I wanted to watch 92 for a bounce. So on this white line where it bounced yesterday, and it's probably the previous resistance that turned into support. So it's a very obvious reference line for whoever is trying to dip buy as well. So I bought into 92, right? 92 held through these red candles, because obviously there's two parts to this. One is you play to a risk level. So my risk level was 90 cents because I saw that there was 2 million buy orders at 90 cents. So if it broke 90 cents, then I have confirmation that the dip has failed, and it failed to hold its support level, right? So don't sell when you are afraid of losing money, right? Sell when your plan tells you to. So my first sell order was when it broke above 95, right? So this was the high of the rebound, and it meant once it broke the high of the rebound, I sold into 96, and then sold into this 96 at first, right? And then when I saw that it started to churn, you can see the wicks up here. That means that the price hit up to 96.5 and it bounced back down, all the way back down to 94. So this was churning quite heavily. And since I expected it to shoot up right after it broke the previous resistance right here, which is the high of the bounce, since it didn't go as smoothly as I wanted it to be, so I decided to take off a bit more size at the exact same 96 cents. And when it started to push up, I sold right here. When it started to churn again, right? When it started to reject 98.5, I sold some into 98. And the final size, I wanted to sell into 97 right here. As I mentioned earlier, I wanted to sell into the final juice, right? Because usually when it sells off like this, they will give one more push, one more attempt. And sometimes it continues, sometimes it doesn't. So I wanted to sell into 97, which you will see later. and I failed, and then I tried to sell into 96, which I failed, and I ended up selling around 94 here. So this was the full trade. This is the dip buy. It's slightly intense, and this is the messy buy and sell. So I bought into 92, right? Wanted to sell a bit into 95 earlier. Even it hit 95 cents. I wanted to sell into 95.5, which I mentioned. And then the first few sells that I said earlier, once it broke above 95, I sold into 96 cents. Second one to 96 cents. And then I wanted to sell into 99 cents. If you remember, I said my target was 99 cents. So I had my order at 99 cents the whole time. But since it failed, I sold, since it started to churn around 98.5, I decided to let go a bit more at 98 cents. And here are the failed sales. So I wanted to sell into 97 and it flushed here. If you remember, I said I missed my first sell. And then I wanted to sell on the final juice. I missed it. I wanted to sell at 96 when it failed. I missed it. So I ended up selling at 94. So net on this trade. Right, let me do a quick count. Unfortunately, Hong Leong doesn't have like a P&L. Doesn't have a P&L section. So I always have to manually calculate all of my P&L. So that was a decent 4,000 on a dip buy. I mean, obviously you could have said, oh, if I bought at 92 and I sold at 98, I would have made 6k, blah blah blah. But this is I think the way I play my dip buys is the best balance of safety and maximize profits. So you can see that I locked in my profits for safety, right? I wanted to lock in some profits and I managed to let it run a bit. So this had this sell right here. I explained the logic. Hopefully it made sense. And that's how I would, if I executed it well, it would have maximized my profit. But since I missed it, I guess that's just part of trading lah. You can't hit it all. Okay, let's sit back for now. Let's sit back and relax for a while. This part was a bit scary, but I mean, it's all a game of risk reward, right? I was risking 2,000 to make 6,000, so risking 4 ticks. I was aiming for about 8 to 10 ticks. But obviously, if it doesn't hit your target profit, then you evaluate lah. But at that point, I decided to sell at 98 rather than 99 because I already crossed my target. So I just wanted to lock in the bonus, and I didn't sell the whole position. So in case it continued, I still had 200 lots to catch the remaining move. Okay, Bin Tai is still on its downtrend. So still watching this every day until it shows a nice green candle, right? Until it shows a nice green candle. Hopefully we can catch something on that day. Almost like Vivocom, you know? It's on a downtrend. Suddenly one big green candle. Usually it will have some good moves, and we managed to catch this. We managed to catch this breakout yesterday after the stream. This was at like 2:45 p.m. But for the second break, I didn't play it. We missed a second move. I want to test something. Cool. So I just read somewhere today. I just watched the video on playing triangles like this, so triangle breakouts like this. And the trader's strategy was the target profit of the trader is the first move usually translates to the second move. So that's an interesting thing to test if you have free time. So does the first move usually equate to the second move? Almost. Okay, I think it's a good time to play my disclaimer, because especially after a trade like that earlier, that is one of the riskiest trades to play. It's one of the hardest trades to execute as well, because the entry is extremely fast. The exits have to be extremely fast as well. If you saw it earlier, I missed my sell by a few seconds and the whole stock just tumbled. So I missed my 97-cent sell and I ended up selling at 94. So 1 second slow and I lost 3 cents. 3 cents on a 3 cents, which is basically my whole take profit. I aim for 3 cents on moves like this. So 1 second slow and I lost the whole range of my usual take profit. I don't suggest you attempt dip buying when you just start trading, because you need a lot of technical and fundamental knowledge of how to read the order flow. So if you want to start trading, watch my breakout video. Those patterns are a lot easier to execute and a lot easier to recognize. And they're a lot easier to trade, and they also still give you, they still provide positive net returns over the long run. So it's gonna continue dipping. I'm wondering if I can find a second round on this. I'm gonna try and identify what is the limit down on VivoCom today. The limit down is 68 cents, so we're way further away from it. But we're still very far from it actually. 68 cents. So let's see if we can catch another dip on this right before we close the day. What is the next potential dip level? The next potential buy level, 84.5 cents, which was yesterday's resistance. Seems like it's starting to rebound around this 88-cent level. So if it doesn't hit our buy zone, then I just usually don't trade it, because one of the important parts of dip buying is trying to anticipate where to enter, so that you don't have to think so much when it's going to rebound. Because if you're watching this and by the time you start to see rebound, by the time you put in your order and by the time you enter your order, the move is already gone. So you always have to anticipate beforehand. And if it doesn't reach our anticipated level, most likely we're just gonna miss it anyways. And don't chase it. Don't chase it. It's not worth it. That is why you don't chase it. Because the red candle can come in at any moment. Especially if it's not bouncing at an area of support, right? This bottom right here, it can crack at any moment. Right? If there's no support here, if it's not at the support level, nobody's gonna buy it back when it comes back down here. Unlike here, where it was at 90 cents, right? 90 cents, 91 cents, there was so much buying support. But right here, I'm not saying it can't bounce, but I'm just saying that because there's no support, I'm just not as confident. Okay, let's look for stocks that could potentially move in the afternoon. Yeah, Press BHT is dead. Supermax potentially could try and poke 713. But from what I remember, there's just a lot of resistance up here. But I'll still keep it on watch, put an alert near the highs. Bintai downtrend, so just watching for a day where it has good morning momentum. So Bintai is off for now. Anything new? All the glove stocks are the ones that are the main movers for today. All the glove stocks are. I mean, HLT, I wouldn't play it because of look at how choppy it is the past few days, past few weeks. Even though it could provide some good gains, but I'm not confident, so I don't trade it. That's just as simple as that. Not many other percent gainers. So the highest percent gainer is HLT at 9%. But the top gainers are all dominated by the glove stocks. So you can just ignore those. Vivocom and Heng Yuan, the biggest dippers. We already had a look at those. Nothing else really catches my eye, so I might just close the day today with a decent 4,000 gain. And maybe keep my eye on Supermax for a move for during the end of the day lah. So Vivocom did manage to rebound a bit off of 86 up to 90. Press BHD, I can close it already. If you have any stocks that you want me to look at before I go off, let me know in the chat. And I'll just give a quick run through on them. Okay, so just keep track of Vivocom. Keep track of it for a limit down panic. So the only trade that I'm willing to take is if I see this. So this, you see how this is like very big red candles compared to its usual, right? Huge red candles. I want to see huge red candles all the way down to like 70 cents. So near this limit down. Then this is the only setup I'm willing to play on Vivocom. The lag. Just random question. Do you think people in the US can open a Bursa account? Just like how we can open brokerage accounts in like Australia, in US, UK. Do you think foreigners can open Bursa accounts? So I'm going to share this trade on Instagram like I usually do. So if you haven't already followed me, have a look at my Instagram. Link is in the description, the first link that you see. Drop me a follow and you can keep track of my trades. If you didn't manage to catch my live stream, you can always watch the replays on my channel or just check on my Instagram to see if I took any trades on the day. Because I usually keep my Instagram updated on, I usually keep a log of my trades on Instagram story. And for those watching the replay, please help me hit the like button and subscribe if you have not. I stream every day 9 to 10 a.m. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday if I don't need to go to the office. And since it's hitting 10 a.m., it's time for me to head to work. One more run through. Supermax potential breakout later in the day, but there's a lot of resistance it has to break through. So I'm watching for a lot of volume before I'm there to go in. And Vivocom, only playing dip buys right now, only playing dip buys all the way down to limit down. If you haven't already watched my latest video on how I made 50k in 2 trades, I go through this pattern where stop panics to limit down and how I catch a dip buy on it. Right. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. Hit the like button if you have not already. One more time, my disclaimer: trading is risky. Learn before you trade. Don't try to copy me, but you can learn how I do it on my YouTube channel. So thank you all for tuning in. I'll see you tomorrow 9 a.m. same time. Bye bye.